Welcome back, everybody. The History Guy here, and this is episode 2, playing the Lord of the Rings mod for Hearts of Iron 4. I am the Kingdom of Erebor. This was a special request game series by one of our patrons, Michael Frazee. And if you did not see the first episode, please see the description below. There was a link that will take you back to episode 1. So where things stand now, war has begun, and very soon I imagine we will be getting into said war. But for now, we've got just a couple of things we're taking care of. We've got some research to deal with. We're trying to get our armies leveled up to kind of get the research caught up as far as my military goes. We also probably need to start queuing up some additional divisions. I have 314,000 available manpower. Obviously, my main issue is having enough production capacity, but we're working on that, producing a number of military factories, but very soon I'm going to run out of space in which to build those factories, so we'll have to look at some other options moving forward. And we are currently working on this thread right here, which is Home of the Dwarves. It's going to give me a stability bonus, a recruitable population bonus, and then we're going to probably go down this route to power to the monarchs. We're going to go democracy and eventually probably try to seek an alliance. We may be able to do it before that, but we'll see. So this is a series where I'm not jumping in and out as I normally do on Hearts of Iron because it sims pretty fast anyway. And the request was that I kind of talk through all of my decisions. And so that's what I'm going to do. So you'll get to see every single thing that I do on this series. So there's Home of the Dwarves. We're going to continue down that tree. We'll go to political effort. I want to look and see if there's anything else I can be doing as far as modified government goes. I'm at partial mobilization. I may be able to go... I guess I can't quite go to war economy until we're at war. I don't need to worry about a navy at all. I guess we'll just do this political power gain, and we'll go from there. Alright, so it looks like Mordor is starting to turn the tide a little bit, because for a while they were losing this war pretty bad. No, maybe not. King Theoden has passed away. See, Gondor's now at war with Mordor, so Mordor may not survive this. So it could be interesting to see what happens, because there may not be any bad guys to fight at that point if that happens. I want to see who's ruling Rohan now. It looks like Eowyn has taken over. And she's married to Grima Wormtongue, which kind of stinks. Let's take a look at these wars. So right now, you can see manpower's somewhat even, though there's definitely a benefit to the Dark Pact. I guess the Eastlands are not winning this war. Casualties are pretty even on both sides. So maybe I do need to jump in on this bad boy. Maybe we go to war with the Hunters of the Marshes. I think we'll do that. And then probably at that point, we will be able to join the alliance. Let me see how long it's going to take for this. 165 days, so it'll be August. Actually, within a few days of the historical start of World War I, we'll be able to jump in on this war. So that's actually kind of cool how that timing worked out. Oh boy, we got a little glitch happening here again. That happens every so often on this one for some reason. Dane Ironfoot questions the motives of the Hunters of the Marshes. Yes, sir. Now, we do not have a large army, so at some point I'm going to have to start pumping out the divisions a little faster, I think. Power to the monarchs. I'm not entirely sure what's to be gained from continuing down that path even further. That gives me infrastructure. That's just some production. So maybe we go... I should have done this a long time ago. There's an extra research slot to be gained there. Gondor abandons Isildur's heritage. So I guess there will be no return of the king. Oh, Mordor just capitulated. Wow. The Reformed Republic of Mordor now exists where Mordor once stood. That's interesting. And it looks like we've got a Japanese-sounding orc in charge of things there. Alright, we're going to go medium tanks. So does that mean the war ended? And Eastlands is out? Yeah, I guess so. The war ended. That doesn't mean we can't go to war with Daggerlad anyway. So we'll keep that justification going. Doesn't necessarily mean that we will actually declare war. We'll kind of see what happens between now and then. They're democratic, so okay, maybe we cancel that justification. Who's not democratic at this point? Is everybody? I mean, that kind of takes the fun out of things, I suppose, if that's the case. Maybe then we become the bad guys in that situation. And we go after the democratic governments. So we're going to start a second army now, since the first one's filled up. So if Mordor's defeated, does that mean I can have my Gimli back now and that the Fellowship of the Ring is not necessary? I'm going to queue up another infantry division. Let's see where we are in production. We're still plenty ahead on production of infantry equipment. Slave Empire of Lorien declared war on the Totalitariat of Rohan. That's kind of interesting. And Isengard is still out there. They're just kind of doing their own thing. They are fascists. All right, we've got some free civilian factories here because we've completed all of those military factories I had queued up. So I guess we finish a few more, but then we're going to be pretty much out of available factories. There may be something we can do here to add a building slot. Yeah, there is. Let's go ahead and do that. There's Dwarven Discoveries. Let's get that extra research slot. I should have done that much, much sooner. I could have been using that extra research slot all the way along. Alright, I guess we'll throw these guys over on this other border for now. Certainly not enough to do anything to them. Alright, so we're caught up on artillery now as well. So let's switch over to producing more support equipment, which is where I need it more. And I think we're going to actually go ahead and start queuing up an extra division of each kind, since we're starting to finally have enough factories to do that. Motorized is going to be caught up pretty soon. There's Armored Spearhead. That's another land-focused tree. Complete. Alright, what are we doing here? Oh, we got the extra research slot there. No, we can't do that. Eventually we'll get nukes. Yeah, who doesn't want to see nukes in Mordor? I mean, come on. Middle-earth needs more nuclear weapons. I want to go back over to industry because we're starting to get caught up now. We're up to 1939, so we can go ahead and do Concentrated Industry 3. Alright, Greenwood the Great. Let's see their situation. They're fascist. Oh, we can't have fascism on our doorstep like this. They're in the Green Union faction with Entwood. Alright, that is who we are going to go to war with. These fascists on our doorstep cannot be allowed to stay there. Alright, I want to look at the air situation. That's what I haven't done yet. I haven't started producing planes. So let's get some fighters going. Yeah, we'll go right there. And where's that put me as far as trade goes? We got to start trading for some aluminum. We'll trade with Gondor. What do they have as far as resources? Yeah, they got a nice mix of resources. They've got steel, chromium, rubber, tungsten. Kind of a little bit of everything. The dawn of the Rivendell Initiative. Let's read this. The Rivendell-led alliance between former Arnorian regions as well as Elven nations is set to be launched this coming Sunday. And according to internal sources, the alliance is being led by Imladir's leader and well-respected war veteran Lord Elrond, who has appointed a new political chamber in celebration of this new union. The alliance, is that 3 L's in alliance? It is. The alliance has been dubbed the Rivendell Initiative, and aims at opposing Mordor influences on western regions. Rivendell authorities claimed the door is still open if there are other nations who feel like to join their coalition. Okay. So let's take a look for just a second at what the factions are at this point. So we've got the Gondor Alliance, which includes a couple of different ones here. We've got the Green Union, which is fascist, I believe. We've got the Rivendell Initiative. The Dark Pact does still exist, yet on a smaller scale. The Arnor Coalition is here. So we've got a lot of different factions. I am not a part of any of them, which is fine because that kind of keeps me free to do what I want. All right, we got to start producing our... Oh, you know what? We don't have any airfields. Can't produce planes if you don't have an airfield. All right, not a problem. Let's queue some up. Let's get some air bases going here. I do have one, but that's hardly enough to get anything done, I guess. Yeah, we've got one right there. Okay, perfect. So then we should be able to produce these. Okay, so they just have to go right there, but we're going to queue up some other ones anyway, just because we need them. We'll go just 100 for now, and then anything more than that, we'll start another one. They're going to be all about air superiority. Okay, we're starting to pump out the divisions a little quicker now. All right, we're going to need to change where we're going. So let's get these guys over here. Let's give them an order just to march all the way through Greenwood. Nice thing is, given the shape of this nation, it seems like a relatively easy way to invade because you just kind of march straight down through, and it's a pretty small front that you have to have. All right, we got to get prioritized rare minerals over here. Concentrated Industry 3 is about done. Okay. Let's raise our production efficiency cap. And we need some additional aluminum. Let's see where we're at on production now. Crude steel axe, which means now we can upgrade our infantry equipment to crude steel sword now. Need 16,000 of them, no problem. Mechanized 1 is barely ahead, so there's not a problem with upgrading to mechanized there. Then we'll have to make some changes to all of our units, which will only happen after they have the experience for that. Alright, I didn't check to see when my justification will be complete. February 1940. Okay, won't be too long then. I think they're implying I don't have enough troops to get this done, so... Dane is our field marshal. Alright, let's give Dane some orders. We must ready the people for war, that's right. Alright, pause. Need to issue these orders. Front line here. So both armies are doing the same thing. Now we'll get these unassigned divisions. Yeah, it's just one right now. And uranium mining. That's going to give us our first nuclear technology. We'll start researching here pretty soon. Wow, he does have a lot of divisions on the border there. My goodness, I didn't realize his army was that big. Let's see if we can see the details of that. He's got somewhere between 30 and 60 divisions. Wow. Okay, that's definitely more than I have. But I believe mine should be stronger. I'm building bigger divisions. So in theory, hopefully that makes a difference. But I guess we'll find out soon enough. No. I want you guys following the orders of your army. There you go. Alright, there's our justification. So let's get this ball rolling, shall we? I'm going to wait till those other armies get into place, because it looks like now I might have what I need to do this. Declare war. Yes, sir. Let's get her done. Air wings with no mission? Okay, yeah, their mission is air superiority here, so I don't even know if he has any air power. Alright, so they've called Entwood. Let's look at the situation then, shall we? 34 divisions, again, somewhere between 36 and 80. The number's not as severe. He's only got maybe 30-40% larger army than me. And we have to assume that Entwood doesn't have any troops up there yet. So let's hope for the best here. And let's go ahead and rush these additional divisions into the field. This may get ugly. We're going to let him attack first, I think. Oh, what's this here? Lend-Lease? Okay, cool. And once again, we're out on resources. I guess we'll trade with Mordor now that they're good guys, in theory. I don't know if these guys are even in on whatever war's happening here, but let's take a look. I think I'm going to slow things down, because now that we're at war, it may go a little too fast for my liking. So far, it looks like we've already lost 7,000, but we've inflicted 38,000 casualties. Yes, that's what I like to see, because with him only having maybe 100 to 200,000 more men than me, that's very quickly going to even the odds. It's exactly what I need. What's the problem here? No region assigned. Yeah, the region is assigned. It's right there. Oh, they can't reach from there because they had to move. All right. I understand. I just want to keep watching these casualty figures, because I'm pretty excited about how well that's going. And that's what I was counting on. I was counting on not a larger army, but a more superior force. And I'm still getting those troops into position, it looks like. I'm going to reissue all these orders, because it feels like maybe they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing completely. And we'll maybe just go to there for now. So it looks like we're winning all the way along the line, which is good news. What we need is probably need to improve our research on air power, because they don't have quite the range to be able to reach from all the way over there. Okay, now things are not going quite as well. Still have only lost 7,000, now inflicted 46,000 casualties, but his army's getting bigger, and I don't like that. I'm probably going to need an ally somewhere. I'm just not sure where. Things are up to 70%, so I'm just wondering if there's somewhere that I might be able to find someone who's willing to jump in on my side. I don't have the national spirit to create a faction, of course. All right, we'll speed things up a little bit. All right, well, we're not going so well now, at least not in the center. What do we need to do to improve our fighters? We can go up to fighter 2 now. It's going to take a while to get those things going, though. And now we're way behind on all sorts of things that are needed because of the losses I'm sustaining. So what we want to do now is we want to switch our priority from putting new divisions in the field to reinforcing the divisions that are already out there. I'll look at my air power again. Darn. I can't quite get to Erebor to get air superiority there. All right, now we're up to 22,000 lost and only 59,000 inflicted. So, yeah, I'm going to need some help. I just don't know who I can get to help me, and it may be a little late for that now. I am fighting fascists, though, so in theory, I ought to be able to get some help from somebody who's democratic, no? Yeah, it's not going to happen. I generated too much world tension. Alright, so in hindsight, maybe going to war right away, not the best option. But I felt like I was powerful enough to do it, but perhaps not. Okay, we just took some territory. There we go. Maybe we're going to do okay after all. His capital's right here, too. What I need to do, though, is I need to get this territory of mine back so I can get my planes into position. All right, we're pushing forward now. Good, good, good. Nice. All right, now we can get our planes back over here. Hopefully. Let's get air superiority there. Let's look at the numbers. 48,000 lost, 86,000 inflicted. Got to do better. Got to do better. I mean, I know that's almost 2 to 1, but I got to do better because I'm going to very quickly run out of manpower at this rate. In fact, it's probably time to go to extensive conscription just to make sure I don't run out of men. I gotta be careful too, because it's pretty dangerous to be right here with these planes. I'm just a little concerned that they're gonna get overrun there. All right, let's get a research slot going. Continue working on Blitzkrieg. Every little bit helps. There's mechanized equipment. All right, now. All right, looks like they moved again because we lost that airplane or that airport. Here's what I want to do. Well, first we want to do this. Now that we have mechanized, I want to, and we have some army experience from the wars that have been being fought. I want to look at changing motorized to mechanized infantry slowly. So that means a little bit of time. I'm not going to completely change it over just because then all of those units are going to be without the mechanized units they currently have. Let me check something though. I should have looked. Okay, that keeps the combat width the same, so that's good. So we'll very slowly start switching our infantry and everything over to mechanized from motorized. In fact, I think for now we'll slow down on the fighters so we can produce more of the other things that we need. Alright, we can stop trading with Mordor. And we can stop trading for that stuff, but we do need more steel, which is kind of surprising because that's the one thing I've had a lot of through most of this. Yeah, I know I'm not producing any motorized at the moment. Okay, things are kind of going back and forth at the moment. I push out, I get a little territory, I very quickly lose that same territory. So it's kind of a wash so far. Dwarves and flying contraptions. All right, we lost to 80,000 now, but we've inflicted 146,000. But his field and manpower is not going down. That's what hurts. I don't know what his manpower situation looks like, but this can't continue this way, I wouldn't think. I'm a little concerned about him cutting off some of my units up here if this continues to go badly. I'm going to try to push him out. There we go. Okay. I might just have to micromanage some of this for a little while. I think I'm probably going to have to break through somewhere and isolate and destroy some of his units if this is going to work. Looks like I'm having some supply issues too, so let's look at construction for a minute. I probably need to ramp up the amount of infrastructure that I've got going there. So I'll probably just kind of pause and unpause a lot, but keep the speed going, just so I can see what's happening. The Totalitariat of Rohan joined the Green Union. That means Rohan's probably jumping in on this war on their side. That's not good news. In fact, they have. But they're at war with somebody. Who are they fighting? That's weird. It's showing that half of their territory is gone, but they're not fighting anybody else unless there's another war going on. There's another war. The elves and Rohan are at war. So should I not then be able to get the Slave Empire of Lorien on my side so we can merge our wars? Yes? No? Oh, hey, that's Galadriel. I like her. No, I guess not. But at the very least, we're both fighting wars against the same enemies. So I guess that's good news. Because he can't possibly keep all of his divisions up here. I wouldn't think, anyway. Alright, here we go. Non-aggression pact. Yes! Slave Empire of Lorien. Invite to faction. The Elven Sovereignty Coalition. If any volunteers have been sent, blah, blah, blah. Stage coups between the Slave Empire and Lorien and us will automatically cancel. Okay, sure. So we're in a faction with the Elven, with the Slave Empire of Lorien. Okay, cool. I gotta think this is good news, that I'm finally in the war with somebody else. Looks like we've grabbed some of the rubber that I needed and I was trading for. Let's look at the production situation. Yeah, we need a lot right now. And that's going to take a while to get back, but that's okay. Okay. I want to look at the war situation again. All right, so he's at 583,000 fielded manpower now, but we are at 774. So obviously the Slave Empire of Lorien with their 56 divisions, that's making a big difference. I've lost 123,000 now. But losses on his side are massive as well. And I've actually still got 224,000 available manpower. All right, I'm feeling much, much better about this now. Yeah. Entwood hasn't even fought yet. They don't actually have a very large army. Neither does Rohan, for that matter. Yeah, the best news of all of that is you can see he had to pull some of his divisions off this line in order to deal with his other front. Much needed relief of pressure. Doesn't mean things are still going any better for me here right now, though. Let's see, what do we have down here? Let's get some additional steel and oil. Gotta get these planes to have a better range. Oh, okay. At the very least, now Lake Town's not even my territory. Alright. Oh, we're up to 212,000 losses now. Still, we've inflicted more than that. What's happening down here? Oh, yeah. Look at Lorien go from the other side. Nicely done, guys. We got to grab his capital. So we can build a second unit of fighters, but the problem remains I have nowhere to really use them. because they're too far away. Is there anywhere else I could queue up an air base that I can use? Yeah, up here. In fact, let's go ahead and put that up here. Entwood has capitulated. Bye-bye, enemy. That's one down. And I don't think Rohan's long for the world either. All right, now we're going to start producing new fighters. And do we have any... We got a little bit of air experience. Not enough to really do anything with, though, I don't think. We can, however... Actually, I'm going to go ahead and, I think, switch some more of these units over to mechanized. In fact, I'm going to start replacing some of my infantry with mechanized. There we go. What else can we do here? Close air support. I guess at some point that'll come in handy. Probably not yet. I've got too many other things I've got to produce. Alright, so things are pretty much at a standstill in the north here. But whatever works to buy time for him to keep moving from the south. That'll upgrade my infantry a little bit. Casualties have actually gotten closer together, but we're definitely winning the war. I say we, but I've done very little myself to help with that, except take a lot of casualties. All right, we got to get this territory back right here. Right now we have a supply issue. A lot of these guys just aren't really able to move. That's why nobody's attacking, because their organization's too low to advance. That'll automatically get some infrastructure up there. Goodness. Now he's pushing out even further into my territory. Alright, what just happened? Endwaith yields to Saruman. Of course they did. So does that mean Isengard just grew? It sure did. So that's going to obviously become a threat at some point, but not the one we're worried about at the moment. Man, they're just destroying him in the south. I'm really just kind of the distraction so that they can win the war down there. And you can see they've got 77% of what's happening. Rohan has capitulated. Now we've got a 2-to-1 advantage in manpower. But again, not me, mostly him. Goodness, I am not doing well. Yeah, man, they have no range, these planes. There's some additional infrastructure. Hopefully that helps a little. Nuclear research. Yeah, let's do that. Man. So glad that Galadriel bailed me out. Or else I'd have been toast in this war. Lost 400,000 men. The war's at 68% now. Don't mind us. We're just kind of up here on the border doing very little to make a difference. Yeah, I probably wasn't quite ready for war yet. I was just trying to make something happen because we were pretty far in already and not really doing a whole lot. Engineering, man, we got a lot of stuff we haven't done here. I should have done a long time ago. Man, if I could just take their capital, that'd probably be enough to do something, but They're just marching up like nobody's business from the south. I do have 851 government points, but very little to do with any of them. I guess we'll pick that guy up here. Yeah, why not? Chief of the Air Force. Any of these give me a air superiority, I guess. Wait, hold on. Strategic bombing, blah, 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 blah. Commando, no. Armor, sure. That'll help a little bit. Ah, we shall meet in the middle, or all the way up here at the top. Improved infantry equipment too. So we're pretty much caught up. We're caught up there now. I guess we just sit here then and let him finish this off. He's doing pretty good all on his own. Hey, atomic research. Let's get that going. Nobody can attack because none of my units have the organization to attack. Free civilian factories. I guess we desperately gonna need a bunch more military factories where I can build them. Yes! Breakthrough! Hey, yes, awesome. Let's surround this dude, shall we? At least I can feel like I did something here in the very end stages of the war. No, let's take his capital. No, I guess not. I should have stuck to surround and destroy those divisions. Alright, I guess he's even going to get to take the capital from this side. Alright, the war should be about over, yes? I did, what, 10% of it? Oh, 19%, and that's mostly just because I took so many casualties. Man, Lorien's going to be a big juggernaut moving forward. No, everybody go for the capital. I want to do something. Rocketry? Yeah, why not? Looks like I'm not even going to get to do that. I can't believe the war isn't over yet. All because we didn't take his capital. That's where all the points are. What are we waiting on, folks? Man, they marched up and just stopped rather than taking his capital to end the war. That's kind of interesting. And even with all this, I can't... I need nukes. That's what I need. Where are the nukes? Got to build some of those. Okay. Mobile warfare. I feel like my allies just marched all the way to the top and then completely stopped for no reason. This doesn't make any sense at all. We're a little ahead on that. What do we have to do to take the Elven King's halls? I'm hurling my divisions at them and losing badly every time. But nobody's helping me from the south. It's like he got there and stopped. Man, I really don't understand this at all. Lorien's sitting right there. Alright, I guess we go after some of his other divisions. We'll cut him off, destroy him. Alright, what can we do now at this point? Alright, power to the monarchs. There, we got connected now, so now at least we can send these guys down in. I feel like my allies are insisting on me doing the last part of this. Up here in these mountains. Well, I do have my airport back. Alright, man, this thing has ground to a halt, this war that was moving nicely for a while. I don't understand why Lorien just advanced all the way and then stopped. This makes no sense at all. But he's only got 123,000 men left. Why can I not defeat him? Now we got another little glitching happening here. It happens every so often with this one. Ah, no. Stop that. There we go. Alright. Where are we at on infrastructure? I'm basically just maxing that out everywhere that I can right now. Okay. Who wields the king's jewel? Alright, cool. Oh, man, come on. Let's get this done. He's only got 3 territories left. I cannot believe this is still going on. Erebor, what's the deal, guys? Okay, now they're starting to advance. Maybe he just feels he can't take them because they're so powerful, and they must have massive fortifications here. Tough nut to crack. Alright, his organization is down, but not enough. Darn it. Man, now he's pushing everybody up into here. I've lost 659,000 men. I'm down to just 218,000 free manpower. Oh, this war's at 85%. We just can't take out the last part. We've got 1 million men. We outnumber them 5-1. I guess this is akin to the U.S. having to invade Japan at the end of World War II and not wanting to, because they knew how many casualties they'd take to do it. Man. Just lost another 10,000 men doing that. Alright, I don't think this war is going to end anytime soon. I'm going to probably need some mountain units or something to get that done. So it's the middle of 1942, and I think we're going to just kind of sit tight for now. We'll come back in the next episode and see if we can finish these guys off. It might take some creativity. He's got 15 divisions sitting there, and Erebor doesn't seem at all interested. I mean, not Erebor. Lorien doesn't seem at all interested in helping me to finish them off. So we're going to wrap it up right there because it's already been pretty long. Let me know your thoughts. Obviously, my thought about that episode is I went to war too early. Even though it was 1939, I should have waited a little longer. I had finally gotten my military factories up to a decent level, and I had a little bit of manpower, so I probably could have doubled the size of my army before I went to war. So in hindsight, definitely not a good move. But moving forward, let me know your thoughts. Use the comment section below. Check out some of my other videos. Please hit that thumbs up, and we will see you again real soon. Thanks for watching.